The Climbing for Wellbeing course is a 5-week course that we're running for any student at the University of Cumbria, and it's been developed to support students to manage their mental health and get people involved in bouldering. We use bouldering to support mental health and well-being. Now there's lots and lots of courses out there that do climbing and all these kind of activities that are really good for our well-being, but there's very limited programs out there that actually combine psychological interventions with the activity themselves. I'm Andy. I am a therapist and a climbing instructor at the University of Cumbria with the Student Services. I've been climbing since I was 19, so my ability to kind of manage my own mental health has been very much intertwined with kind of the outdoors and climbing. Whether it's climbing when I'm struggling, climbing to keep me happy, to keep me balanced, or climbing to just generally socialise with people, or give me the freedom to go out by myself and kind of sit on a boulder with a good view and just mull things over. Climbing has been a really good way to manage my own mental health. Climbing for Wellbeing group is a group that we've created at the University of Cumbria in Student Services, and it's based on some academic research that has been published over in Germany and Austria. It's run in 2 sections. So the initial half is what we call psychoeducation, so that's learning all the skills around climbing. So learning about kind of psychological informed interventions that we use as therapists. And then the second half is looking at ways in which we can apply those skills on a climbing wall, like the one behind us. So it's the benefit of both. It not only helps to improve our climbing, but also helps to improve our mental health. There's a particular question in the feedback that asks people if they would find it as beneficial if it was just the psychologically informed skills that they were learning. And all the feedback we've been getting is saying no. It's actually a combination of the two. The ability to take what you've learned in that kind of classroom environment and apply it in a really safe environment that is really kind of in that moment and relevant to the stuff that we've covered in that kind of classroom base. So one week we might be talking about fear. Where does fear come from? So we might employ a bit of psychoeducation around, say for example, compassion-focused therapy. They talk about a threat, a drive and a soothe system. And so the understanding that we have a threat system that tries to look after us, keep us safe. I mean, as you can see, the climbing wall's pretty big in places, so you know, we can have a really safe environment to understand how it feels under that threat system, and then also how do we manage it in a real safe, contained environment. It's a bit busy today, so another one that we look at is self-comparison. We might explore what it is, how it affects us, and apply it to a climbing wall environment. And so it's constantly these themes each week. Look at how we can manage it in a climbing wall, how we can manage it from a psychological perspective, but it's always coming back to that idea of understanding the skill, applying it in the climbing wall, and then applying it to our everyday life.